A story still developing. Police are searching for the person who shot and killed UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson Wednesday morning in Manhattan. Thompson was seen on video walking toward the Hilton Midtown Hotel for a corporate conference when a man approached him from behind and shot him in the leg and chest. The NYPD says every indication is that this was a premeditated shooting.
This does not appear to be a random act of violence. The victim was in New York City to speak at an investor conference. It appears the suspect was lying in wait for several minutes.
CBS News law enforcement contributor Richard Esposito is with us. He is a former NYPD deputy commissioner. Thank you for taking time with us. Can you walk us through how investigations are proceeding at this time and what they are doing? How crucial are cameras?
So, an investigator's job is always to ask. And with the modern tools that they have, they're querying databases, cameras, facial recognition, and they're putting together, in the last 12 hours, they put together a picture of a suspected gunman that begins in Starbucks, where they've gathered video of him in Starbucks, and it appears they've gathered possible DNA evidence. So that's one of the more recent developments. They've now traced his path away. First, he goes down an alley on the city bike, heading against the flow of traffic in that area. And then he goes through Central Park. Since earlier today, they've established he exits Central Park on the west side. And that's how they're building their hunt for him. They're using video cameras, they're using witnesses, they're using all the electronic tools. He left shell casings and shells at the scene. It appears his gun jammed between shots. And the full bullets that are left on the ground, those may have either fingerprints or DNA evidence on them as well. So if there's a database match on that, that will help them. And so that's the physical part of the investigation. And the other part of the investigation is, of course, establishing what kind of threats might have been against him. And so they are, getting search warrants for his hotel room, where they'll examine his possessions, any electronics he has. They're talking to the police in his home. They're talking to corporate security. He's in a high-profile business, a business that gets a lot of complaints, and in those complaints, there may be some threats. So they're doing all of those things. It's a very methodical process, and 12 hours is not a long time when you have someone who thought through his crime very carefully, not perfectly, but very carefully.
And have you ever seen anything like this? I mean, in all the years that you were with the NYPD, it's garnered so much attention. We know that it appears to be premeditated, but does that make it even harder for police to do their job because this person may have some kind of experience?
When something is thought through, it always makes it harder. And certainly the majority of the crimes you see aren't thought through as well as this one. In all the time I've spent, whether in investigations in media or at the police department later, this is a fairly well thought out crime. You can see him with the suppressor in the video. He has a shooter stance. He's masked, and he's thought about his escape route. All of these things make it challenging, but far from out of the ability range of the NYPD. They have great resources to nail down a crime like this.
Yeah, and so much speculation on the motive, but of course the focus really trying to find the suspect. Richard Esposito, thank you.